Hey guys, and welcome back to book club week. I don't know, but we're covering the Dark Messenger. I believe is book 2 of the Bowl of Souls, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it. So in this book, I really liked a lot of the way the author kept moving the book forward, as he did in the last book. Like in the beginning of the book, obviously he's introducing new characters, he's setting up the party that is going out. There does seem to be like an invincibility frames going on, as in none of the main characters are dying and stuff like that, which is interesting to see that in the book. But of course, it takes that back, if you see what I mean, because in the Dramoldria, when they're looking for Lenwi's shop, and Justan he confronts some guards about harassing a woman, and he actually gets taken down and arrested, and then he gets taken to obviously the torture, the dungeons where the torture chambers is. And obviously it's interesting to see that then they see Ken is there, and obviously it reintroduced Ken. Obviously he's like a minor villain in the series. He's not great, clearly. He's not a great villain. He's petty. But it's interesting to see his brother also in the series. His brother, who is a Battle Academy veteran, and he seems to be more down to earth than Ken. But I guess we'll find out a bit later on in book 3 what's going to happen to them. We also saw that Justan also had his no, sorry, not Justan. We also saw the development of Deathclaw in this as well, and Talon. So Talon obviously was taken prisoner by Usad Vril, and she's obviously been changed, and so has Deathclaw. And it just goes to show like the difference of him being changed in Sect 3, then the difference of being changed and kept in captivity to be able to mold into what he wants. It just tends to show the difference between the two different things. But yes, I really like the book. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. It was interesting to see the way Fist's storyline is progressing. With obviously he's befriended Tambor, and his Tambor's family, obviously the tragedy of what happened to them. I like the way the author didn't go into that too much, because I find some authors, they want the shock value of like a gruesome death, and they tend to go into it a bit graphic for me. Where I like the way the author just said they experienced bad death, and you could see how bad it was by Fist's and Tambor's reaction to the death. And I thought that was a very good way of doing it, instead of being, oh yeah, these persons have suffered an excruciating death, let me explain this to you. So they didn't have to. You don't have to think it. It lets your imagination take what those deaths are. So whether you know what I mean, you think of the worst case scenario, what could have happened to them. So it's all to do with your imagination, which I really did like. But yes, but hopefully, you know, it is just fiction. But I would have really hoped that it wasn't too. I would have hoped they would have had a quick death, you know, beheading if there had to be. If it had to be, I'd prefer it if they all lived. And at one point in the book, I thought they were going to, until Usad Vril turns up. Even then, I thought that something could happen. One thing though, what I definitely think in the book is, I don't understand how Usad Vril uses these little circle balls and nobody decides to destroy them. I've seen several people tried to, but it's like, just destroy that ball. It's not rocket science. So yeah, it really irritated me. And obviously this is sort of a flaw, I guess, in his system, because I think I can't remember, it's right at the end of the book, isn't it? Like I have read the book a while ago, and it's quite late at night at the moment, so bear with me here, people. So I like the whole build up was basically to obviously going to engaging the main villain, who is this obviously Vril character, Usad Vril, and it all built up to Ustan's and the prisoners' interaction with him, and that obviously happened, and obviously Ustan was named as well. He's obviously named Edge, and that was an interesting thing as well. The Boulder Soul that gave him 2 names. On his dagger, it was like he's got 2 runes on his daggers. So I think that was pretty interesting. What I would like to have known more about that. But I just personally think that he's just been named a warrior because he's a warrior, and he's got huge magical talent, so he was just named both. There was no real reason behind it, if I'm honest. Like, I'm guessing normally you only get one person, and that they lean towards being a wizard, so they get named a wizard. But then you get one person who's or it could be because of the Skraylag inside of him doing stuff or whatever it is, or the big rune on his chest doing stuff that they said that could have interfered with it. But maybe we don't know. We don't know. But I would just like to think that he's such a obviously his name is Edge, so I think he like teeters on the edge between like warrior, like on the edge here between warrior and between mage, and that's why he's called Edge and has 2 runes. So it will be cool to know what's going to happen there. But yes, I liked the it was interesting the way Usad the villain, the actual villain, is off his nut. Obviously he has his eccentricities, and he's off his cranium. And obviously you have the Mother of the Moonrat who's trying to control him but can't, because he is the Dark Prophet's chosen one. The Dark Prophet obviously is trying to use him to bring himself back to life, to resurrect himself. And the Mother of the Moonrat's obviously trying to achieve that goal as well, which is crazy. But I would have liked to have seen more. I don't know, I found that it's not that it moved too fast, it's just that it was like things were too not how do I put this? Like, it was probably because of Usad's Vril's obviously personality. But the Mother of the Moonrat as well, like, she has spies everywhere, but she wasn't helping quell this invasion properly. Like, she could have done so much more. I know she's handling the army, but she had so much of vast intelligence, she can do more than what she's doing. I mean, the army wasn't doing basically bugger all at this time. They're just standing in the freaking, like, mountains. Why didn't she just focus on what was going on in that keep at that present moment in time, and then do something about it? Because she has no confidence in Vril whatsoever at all. That's what I thought. I definitely like the book. I don't really know what else to talk about, really. Like, obviously we have the modified creatures by Usad Vril, and Justan has faced one of is he faced one of these? I believe so. But yeah, he's faced one of these. Yeah, he definitely has. Yes, because he faced the orc, and it was like all like chainmailed up, and Gwytha had to help him. Well, not chainmailed, like he had his like flesh was armor, was hardened, which was interesting to see. Because I've always wondered that, like, if you hardened your flesh, like if you got calluses everywhere. Because a guy in Japan, and he punches himself repeatedly every day, and like in his face and chest, arms, and he has calluses all around his whole body. I don't think his whole body is a callus, but he's got calluses like where he hits himself constantly. His skin's thickened slightly. But you get things like that, and it's like, that's interesting. But does it really matter? If you have a hardened hand, aim for the elbow. If you aim for the weak points, which I think Justan did in the end, and then he overcame him. As far as Justan with his bow, he doesn't use his bow enough. Like, I know he has dual wielding swords, and that's his thing. He has a bow. Like, you could. I would just be a bowman and then just use your swords if things get close. Like, you have a Jaro staff, it will do what you want. Like, I would just literally have it as a ring around my thingy. I would just command it to be a ring around me, or around my waist, and then when I want to grab it, stang, done. Learn how to use it properly, seriously, because that way you could literally utilize it, put it on your waist, draw your swords out, and you're ready to go. I mean, if you were really intelligent, you could probably, like, wow, no, you couldn't do that because you'd have to separate them, but I don't know. But yeah, like, yeah, just get it to wrap around your waist, ciao, because that's what, what's her name does? Ma'am, he taught Ben Leaves, whatever her name is. I said Janate Ben Leaves. That's the one. But yeah, I think they could have done a few things better in the book. But I did like what it was done with the book, and I'm a big fan of the series so far, of what I've read. Next week, this is going to be quite a short book club because I want to keep it short and sweet for you guys. But yeah, I thought overall this was a good book, and I did like it. I do recommend the read. Tell me what you guys thought about the book in the comment section down below. Next week we're going to be reading, just downloading the book now, so we're going to go off, slightly off, just normal, we've been going hard in fantasy books, so we're gonna dive into a bit of sci-fi, and there's a book that I want to read, and it's called, I believe this is called Vatta's War, or Vala's War, something like that. Anyway, it is written by Elizabeth Moon. Yeah, it's a sci-fi trade in danger, book 1. That I'm going to read that, and next week we're going to review that because I think that could be a really good read. And I want to start. I'm going to start spreading out from the fantasy into a few different areas, and then hopefully we can actually give this a good smash. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and read that book next week. Get ready for the book club. I may do a live stream on the book club one week, but it's finding the time between obviously Minecraft and other things that I want to do, but it would be a late night stream, so it may not be the best time for it. So we'll find out, but until next time, hope you guys have enjoyed. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. We are at 136 subscribers as I'm recording this video. My goal is to get to 150, probably before the 6th of July. I mean, that is 13 days, and that is 14 subscribers. Can we do it? I mean, it is asking a lot, and I am asking it of you guys. And please, let's get to that. Let's get to that goal, and let's keep smashing it on the channel. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Until next time, I'll see you later, and peace.